Hello, hello. It is Friday. I thought I would take you guys through a weekend with us. It's Friday afternoon and I am basically in the school pickup line. Of course, I had to stop at McDonald's on the way. Since they introduced that app, I tell you, I have been to McDonald's more. I bet before a year ago, I could count on one hand the number of times I'd been to McDonald's in the last 5 years. And now I go like multiple times a week, mainly just for beverages. But they have all these deals in their app, and one of them is free fries with like a minimum purchase, or in our case, free fries with a drink purchase. So I just picked up the kids. I've been doing this thing on Fridays for them, for my littles when I pick them up. I will stop at McDonald's and I will get each of them a small drink, and I'll get me a large drink, and then I'll get a free large French fry for them to share, for all of us to share. And it's like $3. I mean, you just can't beat that, right? I mean, that's like just good stewardship right there. I got to stop and get free fries and 3 drinks for $3. Plus it's Friday, so a little celebration is in order, right? I feel like every time I choose to vlog is a day when I'm not wearing makeup. I do wear makeup. I like to wear makeup. I hate putting makeup on. Like, I hate the process of putting on makeup. Is anybody else like that? It's just tedious. A few days a week, I'm just kind of lazy about it and I don't wear it. And that's probably good. It's probably good for my face, right? To occasionally not wear makeup, just do like my skincare stuff, my sunscreen and things like that. But that's what I'm trying to do on this channel anyway, is just normalize real, everyday, like average life. Not every day has to be this like amazing, outstanding, special day. Not every meal is gourmet. Not every event is special. We're just, a regular family, I think, out here living a regular family life. And I think sometimes people take solace in seeing a little bit of that. I am just out for a little evening stroll. It is a lovely evening. I can totally tell that fall is trying really hard to arrive these days. God bless my husband. I love that man to death. It is Friday, and since it is a Friday in the fall and our oldest daughter is in marching band, we go to the football games because that's where she is. My husband asked me if I wanted him to take the 2 little ones to the football game for the evening and let me stay home on my own. All by myself. I went last week to the football game. Daniel was with the boy at another event, and he's gonna have to miss some of the other events happening this season for work, and I'm gonna be there, so I'm not like worried about missing one. And sometimes it's just nice to have an evening. I don't have any plans. I'm probably just gonna sit and watch, the Texas Rangers, maybe put on a movie, have girl dinner, something like that. Sometimes it's just nice to have a few hours to yourself, so I don't have anything super exciting to tell you, but I'm actually very excited about this Friday evening. Good morning, good morning. It is Saturday and it is a lovely day here in Green Country, Oklahoma. It was 60 degrees when I started my walk. I've actually been throwing in a little jogging now that the temperature is cooling down, which is nice. I usually enjoy getting back to that when the temperatures permit. This is what I mean when I say fall is really trying. And this is my favorite time of year. We're getting these nice crisp mornings. It's so pleasant out. It's gonna be a lovely day. We have some kids activities to get to. Of course, there's college football to watch. I'll try to take you along with us and show you what's going on. But right now, I'm gonna finish this up and get in and make my first cup of coffee. Real life, real family time. This is an actual patio that we spend a lot of time on. It is not Pinterest perfect. My husband does a lot of work from back here. I think we mentioned that in the last vlog. So his standing desk is actually still on our patio table. All this stuff, random things, a broom, a mop that isn't even useful outside. I have no idea what it's doing there. Got some random cords and stuff here so that we could put that TV up here and watch football. Random yard stuff for making fires, stuff for the pond, bug repellent. Actually, these things right here, what are they called? Thermocells. We find that these work really, really well. Random bucket of stuff. I don't even know what's in there. I know I cleaned it out over the summer. And then last week I even brought the old Nintendo out here and hooked it up so we could play outside. Clearly we are very into hanging out on this patio. I mean, if it is above 50 degrees, we are probably here. And if it's below 50 degrees, we just light up the Solo stove and move it in a little bit closer. In fact, I think my husband has his heart set on a fire tonight. He's hoping it's gonna drop below 75. I think that's still too warm. What do y'all think? If you have like a chimenea or like an outdoor fire situation, I know the Solo stoves are all the rage. Like, what is the temperature it has to be at to warrant lighting the Solo stove?
Below 75.
I just think that's warm. At that point, you're just lighting it to look at. Like, you don't need it for
Exactly.
warmth. It's the ambiance.
Ambiance.
I guess basically I'm saying you won't find our patio featured in any magazines, but we sure do love it. We spend a lot of time out here. Just because it's Saturday doesn't mean we get out of doing a few chores. I mean, if we are not doing laundry, it is not a day that ends in Y.
So you're in a hurry. Well, you better calm down. We're all friends around you. Just join the fun. 'Cause if you're in a hurry, you're missing the point. You should enjoy the fruits of life instead of chasing coins. Because it's a beautiful day.
Just arrived in Tahlequah, Oklahoma for a Brick soccer game. It's about an hour outside of Tulsa. That's Tahlequah. We have a lot of cool town names in Oklahoma that might be kind of difficult to pronounce if you're not from around here. Godibo. Miami is in Florida. Miami is in Oklahoma. Tecumseh. This one looks easy, but it's tricky. It's actually Alec. Girl made this one famous. Muskogee. The place where even squares can have a ball. Chickasha. Funny story about this one. If you watch Only Murders in the Building, in the very first episode, the Tina Fey voiceover, she mispronounces that name. She says Chickasha. It's Chickasha, Oklahoma. We just rolled back into town from Brick's soccer game. We made it home just in time for the OU kickoff, so we're probably just going to hang out on the patio for the rest of the evening. We picked up dinner from Slim Chickens. We have tried to cut back on like eating out and picking up food and stuff, but we do that on average about once a week, and tonight's the night, and we haven't had Slim Chickens in forever, so I'm excited about it. While I am watching football, a lot of times in the fall at least, I will do a little online shopping and look around for birthday gifts and Christmas gifts, because my 3 children all have fall birthdays, and then we immediately have Christmas. So if I just kind of whittle away at like the gifts and the research and kind of trying to figure out what it is I want to buy and watching for the right prices, if I will start early, I'm a lot less stressed about it when it comes up. And a lot of times then it gives like time for ideas to ruminate. Ooh, I did want to tell you this one thing that I figured out. Ruthie mentioned the other day that she would be interested in having a pair of those UGG slippers or those UGG mini boots that have been really in style, and those are pricey, but for a birthday present or for a Christmas present, like that is something that we would invest in, especially since she is almost 15, so she's probably done growing. Buying a really pricey pair of shoes might be something she would get a couple of seasons worth of wear out of. Plus, I usually do invest in shoes. My kids don't have a lot of pairs of shoes, so I'm fine with that. But here's a little trick that I learned. Lots of shoe companies, including UGG, make adult sizes and they make kids sizes. And in UGGs, the kid sizes go up to a kid's size 6. And a kid's size 6 is about equivalent to a women's size 8, like 7.5 and 8. And that's what Ruthie wears. She wears a 7.5. But if I get her a kid's size 6 instead of a women's size 8, I'm saving myself at least $40 to $60 depending on the style that I'm getting. But it's basically the same shoe. It's basically the same size. It's just that it's in a different size category, the kid's size. So if you have like a teen or a preteen maybe that's been looking into those, maybe consider that. I mean, you can do a little research to double check, but I think that's the route that I'm going. We did get a really nice pair of Nike tennis shoes for back to school from the kids section, and she purchased them like this is the sizing that we went with, and she was like, Mom, these actually fit better than what I was trying on in the women's sizing. And I was delighted because they were like $50 cheaper than the women's.
Isn't all? So come on, let's play.
Sunday is already half over and I'm just now picking up the camera to chat with you guys. It was a nice start to the day. I didn't have to be at church until 11. My husband was out the door early because he is working with a church in Springfield, Missouri. He's a consultant. He is pastor, but he works full-time in consulting now with churches on lots of organizational health things, but he's working on a lot of different capital campaigns right now. But I was actually delighted that it was in the 50s this morning, and I had to put on sweatpants to go out for my walk. So it was a really nice start to the day. But I am in the kitchen working. You can hear the microwave going. You can see like stuff out and about. I am working on finishing up a video for my other channel, a dinners video. And, you know, Sunday has often been a work day for my husband and myself. Being in the ministry, I mean, we've often been on staffs of different churches. Sometimes we've both been on staff. So we're pretty used to Sunday kind of being a work day. And even now that we're not like in full-time pastoral ministry, we're doing different things in our ministry. We sometimes still kind of use this day as a work day. And that means that we carve out a different day for Sabbath, which is why yesterday was about rest and delight. Why that day is about, you know, spending time with the kids. And I didn't do any cooking yesterday. We did very few chores or anything around the house and try to get some rest and also have some fun. A different day of the week, since Sunday is often a day when we're working. This is a chicken pasta with a creamy green chili sauce that I'm making for this video. I think that video, no, I actually think that video will probably, I don't know if it's coming out before this vlog does or not. It'll be over on my other channel, See Mindy Mom, my main channel. But let me just tell you, this turned out great. It's for a budget cooking video where I made 3 dinners plus dessert for 30 bucks. And I gotta say, if you go watch that video or you've already watched it, I had a lot of problems with this one because I kept messing up, but I was still able to get it together at the end, and it's really tasty. Okay, I feel like I haven't had much to show you guys today because I've been just in the zone with work. I had a video that I really wanted to finish up today, and I probably spent about 3 hours filming for that, including a couple of recipes and the ad integration for the sponsor, and started the edit for that. And in between that, Brick and I were kind of hanging out on the patio. We watched the Rangers win, yay. We watched the Cowboys win, yay. The Astros are losing. But yeah, Daniel's on his way home. So he had a really good work day as well. And, you know, I think this is just kind of the rhythm that our weekends are falling into, where we have a little bit of margin, can get a breather. We don't have back-to-back kids activities anymore, which is nice, or at least not every weekend, so that we can still fit in, you know, some fun and some rest and not feel totally exhausted coming into our weeks. So if you're in that season, we've been there. You know, a few years ago, we decided we were going to probably cut back on some of the activities that we were doing and try to implement a little bit more margin in our life. And it's definitely paying off. So if it's hard, and sometimes you have to work really hard to say no, but we're really glad at the end of the day that we do say no to some things so that we can have weekends like this.